the first card you have for your past is the Sun. Beautiful, beautiful card. And a car is going past. So, yes. So I'm seeing that, you had a difficult process to go through, and then you had kind of a breakthrough from that, or you had a happy time after that. So it was like you were in a long tunnel, and then you came out and there was the Sun. So, I think, you could have had to go through a very long process, a very long drawn out process. And I think this was a kind of an official process, because I'm seeing you kind of filling out forms, having to get papers together. There was a lot of stress around this. There was a lot riding on this. And I think for a long time you didn't think, or you weren't sure if you'd ever get to the end of this. You might have had to they might have said to you, oh, you need to put this in now, or now you haven't got enough this, you have to give me these papers, or now we need this. And it was a kind of a great big long bureaucratic process, applying for something or something like that, something official. And you did all of that, and then there was a great big breakthrough, which is what I'm seeing in this beautiful Sun. So, the child in this card is on a horse, and the child has broken through a big fence, a big wall. So that's what happened to you. You broke through the wall. You had a breakthrough. And, after dealing with a lot of bureaucracy, problems, all of that thing, that's what happened to you. So, this process, it was a logistic nightmare. It was like a logistic headache for you. But it wasn't only that, it was a little bit of an emotional headache for you as well, because I'm seeing a lot of personal details that you might have had to kind of hand over to someone official. You might have had to do that. And that was kind of, it's almost as if you're exposed when you had to do that. I'm telling people a lot of personal details about you. And so, that was a horrible feeling. But excuse me, you knew that you had to do it. You had to do whatever they asked you if you're going to get this result. Now, obviously the result was positive, which is fantastic. And after that happened, a lot of things in your life changed after this breakthrough. You might still be, I think you probably are, you're still in the process of kind of working out what to do after you've had this really good news. You might be planning things that have happened as a result of that, or you might have a lot of different options that you have to think about after this has happened. But it was definitely worth the pain and the stress to get this result. It was a very positive result. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your past, or the next card I should say, is Judgment. Excuse me. Sorry, I've got a cough. So I really hope this does resonate with you, because, I'm seeing this happiness, this Sun, and then a whole new world of possibilities kind of opening up for you. That's what I'm seeing. Now, obviously what I'm seeing, this is a very specific thing that I'm seeing, and obviously it's only going to apply to a few people, but I really hope this does resonate with you, because this is really happy, this is really beautiful. And I'm seeing that, with this thing that you're applying for, or this bureaucratic whatever it was that you had to fill out forms and do, there could have been a very tight deadline around this as well. I'm seeing that, maybe you were checking your email over and over again, waiting for this result, checking your mail every day, waiting to see this result. But, you got it, you got the result. And again, I'm seeing everything opening up for you, things opening up for you. It was almost as if you were stuck in a box, like these people are in their boxes. And then when you had this breakthrough, you were able to come out of your box and open yourself up to a lot of things. Look at these people in this card. They're coming out of their boxes and they're opening their arms wide. And this beautiful angel is there trumpeting, saying, it's done, it's ready, now it's time, it's finally here. And, you're opening up your arms saying, oh, I'm so relieved, I'm so happy. The time finally came, I got this breakthrough, and now I can open up and I could do all of these new things in front of me. And, you had access to a lot of things that you kind of didn't have before. That's what I'm seeing. And, then after that, and probably still now, you're still kind of working out, sorting this all out. It was a fantastic breakthrough, but you have a lot that you still need to sort out that's kind of come out of that, if that makes sense. So the last card you have for your past is the Five of Pentacles, yes. So yeah, I think, as you were going through this process, there are a lot of different levels to this as well. There are definitely times when you wondered if this would ever happen. You were kind of losing it a bit. You're kind of thinking to yourself, I don't think this will ever happen. I'm also seeing someone else who was relying on you, who you were caring about, might have been going through this process with you, and they might have been worrying, and you might have had to help them get through this as well. You had to be strong for someone else in this time. That's what I'm seeing. The woman on this card's looking downwards, looking toward the ground, looking toward the cold snow. But if you look at the boy, he's looking upwards. He's looking toward the light. He's looking toward the stained glass window, the beautiful golden coins. So he's looking up, and the woman's looking down. So no matter how you were feeling, whatever you were going through, no matter what it was, you had to keep on being optimistic for someone. You had to keep on looking up, not down. You had to kind of say, they might have said things to you like, oh, are we ever going to be able to do this? What's going to happen after that? Maybe it won't happen. And you had to say things, no matter how you were feeling inside. You had to kind of say, well, it might not happen, but if it does, it'll be fantastic. And if it doesn't, we can do something else. We can always take another path, or there are other things we can do. So you're trying to be optimistic around this person. And yeah, this could have been a child. This could have been someone younger than you, and you were taking care of them, and you had to kind of, you had to be the rock for them. You had to be strong for them. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your present is the Hermit. So yeah, the Hermit's obviously following his path. He's kind of meditating. He's getting wisdom. He's by himself, which is the main thing we have to say about him. And yeah, this might sound strange actually, but and it might sound trivial, but it really isn't trivial. It's really a big thing. I'm seeing you driving at night, or maybe traveling at night, and it's not a trivial thing, because when you're driving or you're traveling, your mind's allowed to kind of wander by itself, or it can almost be a little bit like meditation to you. And meditation is an extremely important thing. And even just letting your mind wander and think is an extremely important thing, especially when it comes to manifesting things, and when it comes to sorting out your thoughts and working out which plan of action you need to take. So yes, this was like a bit of meditation to not that you had your eyes closed when you were driving, of course, but I hope you weren't, but or you're not, but your mind isn't. When you're driving, your mind's not forced to think about all these other things. It's not like you're at work or you're around other people. It's just like, you're just concentrating on the road, and you're just looking at the road. And all of these things are going in and out of your head, and you're kind of relaxing your mind. And I'm also seeing someone might have wanted to come with you on this journey. They might have said, oh, I'll keep you company, I'll sit next to you. And you're kind of imagining them talking and going, yak, 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 yak. And you think, oh, I really don't need this person next to me. I just want to be by myself. So I think you said to them, oh, thank you very much, but I think I need to be by myself for whatever reason. And then, you were just by yourself because you just wanted to be alone. You need this time, and your mind and your imagination and everything else and your well-being needs this time by yourself. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is that this change or this breakthrough that happened in the Sun card might have inspired you to reassess a lot of different things in your life. And sometimes when we're doing this kind of reassessing with the different areas in our life, and we're kind of thinking, what do I want to change in this area? What do I want to do over here? What do I spiritually want to do? What do I want to do that's inside of my heart? Not just kind of superficial things, but what do I want to do that's right at my core? And I think to do that, you need to be alone. And that's what you are. You're alone doing this. And yeah, you're doing this without any interference. And I think that's why you didn't want to have this person around you. So the next card you have for your present is the Eight of Wands. Yes. I'm seeing, I'm seeing communication. I'm seeing surprise communication. I'm seeing this is going to come into you very quickly. It's going to be surprising. Text messages, I'm seeing a lot of text messages coming into you. I'm seeing, or they might be text messages, or they might be social media messages, something like that. They might be Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. Yeah, this is coming in from someone who you didn't think you'd ever hear from again. This is someone who you saw for a while and they kind of disappeared. They might have even ghosted you. Maybe not, or maybe they just disappeared, but it's something like that. Now, I'm not seeing this as an ex coming back to you or anything like that, but I'm seeing that it might be someone who you dated briefly or someone who you had a brief love connection with or something like that. And, you know, when you hear from this person, if you haven't already heard from this person, you might be thinking, why now after all this time? Why are they contacting me now? And, you know, so much has happened in your life since you last heard from this person. Your whole life's changed, really. It's almost as if you're a completely different person. You might be tempted to show them how amazing you are, actually, since you last saw them. I can see why that is. And, of course, if you want to do that, go ahead and do that. I don't want to tell you not to. But, yeah, if they disappeared on you once, though, just think about it. If they disappeared on you once, if they ghosted you, if they did whatever they did, they can do it again. If they've done it once, they can do it again. So just be careful of getting involved with this person. I'm not saying they're definitely going to do it again. I'm just saying, just learn from what happened last time. That's all I'm saying. The last card you have for your present is the Hierophant. So yeah, I'm seeing something happening around this person who you care about, this person in the Five of Pentacles. Again, this could be a child, could be your child, could be a young relative. It could be anyone who you really care about, who relies on you. So yeah, they might be in a difficult situation at this time. I hope this is going to make sense, but they might have some people around them not bullying them, but someone might be trying to push them into something. Maybe the Hierophant can be about feeling forced in a way to follow a path that you don't want to, or you might not want to follow. It can also be about a wish or a prayer. Now, you do have a wish for this person, and I'm seeing, and what your wish is, that either these people will leave them alone, or they'll get some help and they'll get themselves out of this. So, you know, I'm seeing a part of you wanting to step in and help them, and then I'm seeing another part of you wanting to kind of be a bit more laid back and make them, or let them be a bit more resilient and deal with things themselves, or these people themselves. So yes, wish for them, or pray for them if this is something you do, and just talk to them. And yeah, the most important thing is talking to them, and even more importantly is listening to them. Try to help them through this. Try to help them through this gently. And yes, most importantly, listening. Listen to them. You might ask them, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to do anything? If they say whatever they say, think about that and consider it. Maybe think about doing that. If they say, I can't think of anything, then just be there for them. Just listen to what they have to say. Be very gentle with them. Be very understanding. Don't be too pushy. But, you know, just be gentle and just listen and just be there for them. Be there for them and help them through this. The first card you have for your future is the Hanged Man. So yes, I don't think you're going to be overly enthusiastic about this person. This person in the Eight of Wands who's texting you all over the place. I keep on seeing all of these messages going on and on and on. And I think they might be starting off maybe on social media or something like that. They might start liking your pictures, commenting on things, and then it's going to escalate to more communication. But I think this is how they're going to be seeing you. They're going to be seeing you as the Hanged Man, sitting back, not moving toward them, not making a move toward them, not coming anywhere near them. You're not running away from them, but I don't think you're going to take them very seriously because, as I was saying, they disappeared once. So why would you start seeing them again if that's what they've done? And, you know, you also going to have a lot on your mind. You've got a lot of options to consider. You've got a lot of things in front of you to think about and consider. I'm specifically seeing one thing that you might have in front of you, which might be travel. You might be thinking about the logistics of traveling. If this is something that's on your mind, you might be thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to take this person that I'm caring for with me? If it's a child, you might be thinking, how am I going to find new schools for them? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? What's the cost of the moving? What's this? What's that? What opportunities are here? Who's going to be around me? Am I going to be disappointing people by moving? You're going to have lots of questions around you, and you've got all of that to concentrate on. These are big things in your life you've got to concentrate on. So you don't want this crazy person who kind of comes in, or they're not crazy, but this person who kind of comes in, disappears again, comes back in again. You don't want them in your head, in your head, bothering you and taking up your head when you've got all this other thing to think about. So the next card you have for your future is the Four of Cups again. Look at this. You're saying no to an offer. You are saying no to an offer. You're not going to be interested in what they have to offer. I'm getting this seen it all before, or this heard it all before feeling around this, and this is coming from you. It's like, I've heard this all before, I've been through this before, I don't want to go through it again. And not just because they saw you briefly and disappeared. It's because you don't want to go backwards in your life. You don't want to go backwards. It would feel like moving in with your parents, and you don't want to do that again. You don't want to go back. You want to go forward, and you have so much ahead of you. You have so many amazing things ahead of you. Move forwards. You can't move forwards if you're going back with this person, and you're not going to anyway. The last card you have for your past is, not for your past, what am I saying? For your future. Have I been saying past when I've been meaning to say future all through this reading? I don't know what I've been saying, but this is the future. This is the last card you have for your future. I'm supposed to say, I don't know what I've said. If I've messed up, you can tell me in the comments. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, look how content this woman is. She's in her garden. She has everything she wants. You are content to be without this person in your life. And you're not just accepting anyone into your life just to fill a gap. There are a lot of people around who think that they need a relationship or they're not fulfilled. And with some people, it doesn't matter who it is. Could be any old person. Could be the guy sitting on the street corner. They don't care who it is. They just want someone to fill a gap. And you're not like that. You want someone who you truly want to be in your life, and that will happen in the future. But at the moment, I think you're just quite content to be by yourself, because I think you've got a lot on your mind. I was seeing that again in the Hanged Man. And at this time, I'm seeing you're going to be really disciplined, and you're going to be quite hardworking at this time, and you're going to work toward stability. Because when I look at this card, I'm looking at these mountains in the background representing hard work and stability. The stability of a great big hard rock, a great big mountain that you can't move. And that's what you want for yourself. So it's like you've had this amazing opportunity in the sun come to you, and then you were in the Hermit card, and you're kind of just kind of letting your mind flow, get to some kind of conclusions about what you want to do. And then you're looking at this in the Hanged Man, you're kind of planning this logistically, thinking about what you need to do. And I think by this stage, you've got all that worked out, and now you're ready to go. Now you're ready to do this. Now, with this moving, with this kind of traveling I was seeing, you probably won't have that sorted out yet, because logistically and emotionally, there are a lot of things you have to sort out, especially emotionally, because, traveling and moving means leaving people behind and all of that kind of thing. So you have a lot to think about then. But, you're ready to work hard. You're ready to push forward with what you want. And after this amazing opportunity.